ashes.
I just got so excited.
It's hot out here. Hey friends, what's up? It's Maisie with Barbecue by Maisie, and you are tuned in to another episode of Pit Boss Backyard Bosses. Let's go. While you're here, go ahead and subscribe to the Pit Boss YouTube channel. I can assure you, you don't want to miss a single episode, and appreciate it if you went over to my channel, Barbecue by Maisie, and subscribe there as well. All right, now that we've taken care of that business, let's jump into this video. It's a good one. Using my Pit Boss Pro Series vertical. She's a beauty. I love her to death. She's a workhorse. Highly recommend. You can find her at Lowe's. All right, we are smoking something that you need to just make a little bit for your family. Tri-tip. Huge group, multiple tri-tip. It's there when you need it. Listen, let me tell you why I like tri-tip. You know, you're gonna smoke this like a steak. We're doing a reverse sear method, and say you got family that like pieces more well done, you got family that like pieces a little more rare. Tri-tip's got you covered, and I'm gonna show you exactly why at the end of this video when we slice it. But I'm gonna stop yapping. We're gonna dive right in to the prep of this tri-tip, and spoiler alert, there's not a lot of prep on this bad boy. But here we go.
All right, here is our tri-tip. She looks nice. I'm gonna flip it over. I'm just gonna do a little bit of trim. I like to leave as much fat as I possibly can on tri-tip, but there's this fat right here that I'd like to get off. We're just gonna do some light trimming. Some of this harder, thicker fat. On tri-tip, I really try to not take off too much fat because it can really use it. But we got some thicker fat right here on the edge. All right, got that W sauce as a binder. Just add in a little moisture for our rub to stick. I'm starting on the bottom side. And I am using a new rub today I got in the mail from Pit Boss, Competition Barbecue. Looks real nice. On tri-tip, I usually go peppery base. I just love the way the beefy flavor of tri-tip goes so well with just salt and pepper. And this looks like it has some big old flakes of pepper in this, so I think it's gonna be real good. I'm excited. Make sure you get the whole thing seasoned, including the edges. Before I season this side of the tri-tip, it's important to note on tri-tips, the grain go two different ways. This is important for when you're cutting. So right here, this grain is going right here, and then over here it kind of switches and goes off over here. So when we're cutting it, we'll want to make a mental note of it before you season it so that when you cut it, you're cutting both sides against the grain. So at the end of the cook, I'll show you how to cut it properly so that you're getting a nice bite of steak. We're gonna let it sweat while the smoker heats up, and it'll help it stick anyway.
That's it. We are going to put our tri-tip on the middle shelf of our Pit Boss smoker. We got it heated up to 250 degrees for this cook. I got water in my water pan. I've got competition blend pellets in the hopper. We are ready to freaking go, baby. Let's go. Okay, so my rule of thumb for tri-tip is to let it smoke for about 45 minutes, and then that's a good time to come and check the internal temperature. I'm using my Pit Boss probe to monitor the temperature, so I don't have to keep checking it so many times, but just remember 45 minutes, go out, check on it, see what the internal temperature is. I'm shooting for an internal temperature of about 120 to 125, then I'm going to pull it off and sear it. So think about the doneness you like your steak, subtract 10 degrees, pull it off, then you're going to sear it up to your final desired internal temperature. So I'll see you guys back out here at the smoker in 45 minutes to check our internal temperature. She's looking good at the 45-minute mark. Internal temperature is about 105, 110. So it's gonna get up to 120, 125 real quick. I'm predicting about another 10 minutes before we need to come and pull it off the smoker. So I'll see you back out here in 10 minutes. All right, you guys, it has been 10 minutes. Our internal temperature is 125. So I'm going to go ahead and pull off the tri-tip and take it over to the Pit Boss Ultimate Griddle to sear it. Let's go ahead and do that right meow. Let's go. All right, I want to get some butter melting. Let's go get our tri-tip. Here she comes.
All right, we're doing about a 5-minute sear on each side. Love that char. If you don't like it as charred, go less time, but this, oh my gosh, I can't wait to eat that. That's so freaking good. Okay, now we're gonna do the other side. I'm not gonna add more butter. If you wanna add more butter, go for it. Check out that sizzle. Okay, so what I'm doing on the griddle is I'm leaving the lid closed just to kind of trap that heat in there while it sears. All right, 5 minutes on each side. We're gonna pull our tri-tip off to a cutting board.
All right, so we want to make sure we let our tri-tip rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm gonna let it rest, then I'm gonna bring you back in and I'm gonna show you how to slice this tri-tip. So don't go anywhere just yet. Come back out here in about 10 minutes.
All right, so you can see our grain here. It usually is kind of here at the tip where it changes. So I like to come in and you can see right there, I'm gonna make a slice. Perfect. Look at that, so moist. Look at that. Okay, so let's keep slicing. And then I basically just like to go slices like brisket on here and serve it. So we're doing against the grain. All right, as you get down here towards the end, it's gonna be a little more well done since it was a little thinner. So that's why I said if you've got family members that like their steak cooked a little more well done, these end bits are going to be perfect for them. And of course the middle is going to be a little more rare. So we're going to rotate it like that and make cuts this way. So again, we're now slicing against the grain. All right, perfect.
All right, you know, before you go, I gotta give it a little taste. Got a little end piece with all that yummy char and seasoning. Woo! That was a good tri-tip. All right, you guys, that was a tasty cook on the Pit Boss Pro Series Vertical. Don't forget to subscribe to the Pit Boss YouTube channel so you don't miss a single episode of Pit Boss Backyard Bosses. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. Feel free to go subscribe to my channel over at Barbecue by Maisie. We'll see you back out here next time. Let's freaking go!